let's talk about March's crafting. Hello and welcome back to Stitches and Books. My name is Becky and this is going to be my March crafty wrap-up video. It's the 27th of March, Friday the 27th of March, so there's still a couple of days left in March technically, but I've got quite a lot to share and this is an opportunity for me to record that I cannot pass up. So I'm just going to do it today. It'll go out in a couple of days. If you can hear like running water, we've got one of the like cat water fountains and oh, it's leaning against the radiator, that could be why it's so loud. That didn't help, so apologies for that, but that's what that sound is. So, right, let's get stuck in. I have got 4 finished objects to share with you, which feels like, I don't know, crazy. 2 of these I didn't have cast on during my last video, so that feels nice as well. The first thing I have to show you is the finished Sophie scarf that I was knitting last time. I haven't found the ball band, so I don't know what the yarn is. If I find the ball band, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not using my microphone, so I need to let me just get my microphone so that we've got better sound for the next part of the video. Maybe now, if you could hear the cat fountain, maybe you can't hear it now. Sophie scarf. So yeah, if I was saying if I can find the ball band, I will make sure to put the information below about the yarn, but I can't. I couldn't find the ball band before I sat down today. So yeah, I made the small version, kind of. I think when I counted up just before I started decreasing, I had like 1 or 2 extra stitches. I'd obviously just done, I think I had an extra stitch. I'd obviously just done like 1 too many increases. So I just decreased down to like when it says in the pattern for the last repeat before you cast off. I just made sure I had the number of stitches it said that I should have in that one, and it hasn't made a difference to like the length or anything like that. It doesn't look particularly different, and once it's being worn you won't tell. So it's not for me, it is for a child, so it is maybe a little smaller than I would. Yeah, I can't tie it. I like to wear it. I've got one, and I wrap it around like this and then I tie the 2 ends together and wear it like that. So that's how I wear it. I've tried this on Rory because he is about the same size as the recipient and it looks really nice. I don't know how they will style it, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. So that's that. And then the same family for whom this is going to, they are having a baby. So I had quite a lot of this yarn left over, which surprised me. I thought I was going to have a lot less left over, but I thought it would be sweet to make a little matching bonnet. So now big sis can wear the little Sophie scarf and baby sis can wear the beloved bonnet. And this is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. I have made these before, really love them, they're really lovely baby gift, super quick to knit up. This probably took me 4 or 5 hours to do. They're really, really fast. So those were the first 2 finished items. I think I finished them in the same day. When I cast off the Sophie scarf, I just went straight ahead and cast on the bonnet before I forgot. So, and then finished it up in that evening. So that's a nice little gift. These are now washed, blocked, ready to go. I just need to wrap them. I'll probably wrap them separately, but wrap them in some tissue paper and then drop them off. Baby's not due for a couple of weeks, so I don't know, I might just hold on to them until baby's here and then they can have both of them at the same time. a nice gift for big sis when little sis gets a present as well. So those were my first finished objects of the month. And then I have put a video out about this next project. It's a love note, which I knit in 48 hours. I'll leave a link down below or up here if you'd like to watch that vlog. It's just a little cozy casual vlog of me knitting a love note in 48 hours. And here it is. So I made this for East Anglia Yarn Festival. Every year they pick a pattern or two for people to make along in the run-up to East Anglia Yarn Festival, and then everybody wears their handmaids at the festival and you get like a ribbon, and then you can wander around and compliment each other's things. I have never done it, and every year I think I'm going to do it and then I don't do it. So this year I was like, okay, I have missed out enough times. I was going to make myself a love note and then I ran out of time, so I decided to make one for Milo. So it's just a little, I think it's the 6 to 12 month size, and yeah, the yarn is from Skein and the Stitch. The colourway is Shadow Singer. It's from her Sarah J Maas collection. It's a lovely DK weight. Haven't got the ball band for this either, I don't think. No. It's a DK weight. I think it's a sock yarn, so I think it does have a little bit of nylon in it, which is good. Like slightly harder wearing. Yeah. And the pattern is Love Note by Tin Can Knits as well. I feel like it's actually the Tin Can Knits show here based on my projects that I'm doing. Oh, the Sophie shawl is by Petite Knits. The Sophie scarf is by Petite Knits, if you are not aware of that pattern. So that was that one. I will leave a link, like I say, up here, down there, wherever, to my vlog for knitting that project. And then the last thing that I made, this has not been blocked because Rory would not let me block it before he wore it. So he's at forest school today, so I'll probably try and block it while he's out because he can't wear it if it's wet. So, and it does need a block. And that is his flex jumper. The yarn is from Game of Crafting. There is her tag. And it's, the green is Pelican Town, which is Stardew Valley themed yarn. And the purple is Void Chicken. Is that right? Yeah, Void Chicken. It's all made in 100% superwash merino DK. Really love it. I did the contrasting like ribbing because I didn't think I would have enough yarn in the balls. I had 3 skeins of that yarn, and left over after making the entire jumper I had like a skein and a half. So I would have been fine. And then I have some Void Chicken left as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Now I might make Milo a matching jumper, but I don't know how Rory would feel about that, so we'll see. I did the, what size did I do in this? I didn't do the garter panel on the side, on the sleeve, because I just wanted it to be really straightforward, don't have to think kind of knitting. And like the garter panel isn't complicated or anything, but it would just have taken like a little bit of extra thinking about. I think I did the 4 to 6 size, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did 4 to 6. He is 5, he will be 6 in June, but he's on the small side, so I thought this would get a good amount of wear. And then I think I just knit it to what the pattern recommended lengthwise. I tried it on him periodically to make sure it was fine. It does need to be blocked a little bit. It will definitely get a little bit longer when I block it, and then, I mean, it fits perfectly now, but I would like it to be slightly grow into a ball. So Yep, he loves it. He saw me knitting on the final sleeve over the weekend and was dancing around the house, could not wait for it to be done so that he could wear it. And yeah, as soon as I sewed the ends in, well, I think I cast it off and he was like, is it ready? Is it done? And I was like, well, I need to block it first. And he was like, nope, absolutely not. Sew those ends in. I want to put it on now. And so he's worn it the past couple of days. So that's fine, but it needs a block so we can get the full beauty of it. It's really nice yarn to work with, nice and soft. So I don't know why I'm putting that in there. That's not where that needs to go. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. Let's keep things organised. Have a drink. So those are finished objects. And then I really had just put a lot of effort into those over the past couple of weeks. I wanted all of those to be finished. So they have been my focuses. And I haven't cast on anything new. That's not true. I'm attempting to design a shawl, and I am learning that I have not knit enough shawls to really be able to design a shawl. I'm going to keep going and keep trying, and I'll just learn as I go. But yeah, I mean, don't expect to see that anytime soon. That's the only thing I've cast on, and it's very much a sort of going to pick it up as and when I fancy. I'm knitting a tiny little swatch of it that's got all of the things in it that I want to have in it for the shape of it, so I can see if it's going to look anything vaguely like how I imagine it's going to look, and then I can like start proper with the right yarn and things like that. So I've got that I'm working on. I've been working, oh no, stitches coming off needles. I've obviously just shoved this back in my knitting bag without any thought. Stick that like that, pick that up later. I'm working on my Moons socks from Green Lambkin Yarns. I still would like to finish the entirety of this sock collection by the end of the year, so I really need to get on with that. I've decided that what I'm going to do to speed things up is I will do contrasting cuffs and toes, and my heel is going to be a Fish Lips Kiss heel because I can knit those in my sleep. And I like them. I do like them. I know I've said a couple of times that I thought that they didn't fit me quite right. I don't know whether, maybe it was just pregnancy feet. They didn't fit me when I was pregnant, but now that the bebe is here, I've been wearing my Fish Lips Kiss heel socks with no problems. So for expediency, I'm going to do Fish Lips Kiss heel, and it'll be nice that most of them will be sort of the same. They're just going to be plain knitting for speed, and they'll live wherever I am. I'll take them out with me everywhere. I'll leave them by my seat on the sofa, that kind of thing, so that if I just need 5 minutes of knitting, I have something really simple to pick up. I'm knitting 2 at the same time. This one is through all of the decreases in the gusset and is ready to just have a foot. This one I have still got the decreases of the gusset to do. And then they'll be back to smooth sailing knitting once again. So what am I looking for? I have got these 2 adorable yarn cozies from Little Workroom Crafts. I really love these. They are, just checking that I got the name right, yeah. I love these. They are so cute. I got 2 sets, and then I split the set and I use 1 cozy for each cake. So that's just really fun, and also means that like I can, if I am out somewhere, I can just pull out this bit and I know that my yarn's going to stay clean, and that can sit on the table, and it's a lot less sort of bulky, particularly because I'm knitting 2 at the same time. It's a lot less sort of tangly and bulky to have sat like on a coffee shop table or something. They are all living in my coffee and yarn cakes little winter mitts bag. I need to go through and change some of my bags because I've definitely got some that are ready to move into the springy season. But that's living in there at the moment. So I've been working on that when I need a small project to work on, and when I need a big project to work on, I have been working. You might not know what this project is from the bag, but it is one that if you have been here for the last 3 years, you will recognise, and it is my sea glass tea. I get questions about my sea glass tea. When I bump into people, they say, "Did you finish that sea glass tea that you started?" And I say, "No, I didn't." But look, I'm on the ribbing of the body. Partially because I am done knitting this. So it feels like a real shame, but I have been knitting this for 3 years and I think I am done knitting it. I love it. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Well, it is absolutely beautiful. I've tried it on a couple of times. I've tried it on with the clothes that I'm intending to wear it with, like dungarees, like high-waisted skirts, that kind of thing. And it looks great. It is cropped. It is like quite cropped. I couldn't wear it with just jeans unless they were like super high-waisted jeans, because it is cropped enough that if I wore it with like with my normal jeans, which are like on the high waist side, there would still be like gap between t-shirt and jeans, and I just don't feel comfortable with like a band of my stomach out. That's just me personally. But for like high-waisted skirts and like maybe under, I've got a couple of dresses that it might work like under or over, and I've got dungarees that it will work under. It's going to be great. I'm going to do short sleeves because again, I'm just done knitting it. It's a really lovely pattern. It's a great pattern. I would highly recommend it. Like there's something in the back of my mind that's saying like, oh, I would make that again. But I just found I could never quite find a technique that worked like 100% of the time for me for holding both my strands of yarn. Let me see. It's a pattern by Woolen Pine Design. Where's my little doodad? Here it is. I've got this little tool that I use, and I slip it on my finger and I run the 2 strands of yarn through these holes, and then I don't have to pick up and drop yarn like every time. And it works most of the time. Occasionally the yarn will slip out of this one in particular and fall off, and then that's annoying. And it's annoying because the method that I chose to go for this was to cut the yarn every round and then pick up the new yarn, and so I've got a lot of ends to weave in. I'm not going to weave them all in. So if you see me wearing this, just know that there's just crazy spaghetti ends happening inside because I'm not doing that. So I would cut the ends and then pick up the new yarn every time. I know you can do like magic knot, but that is not the method that I chose. So I'll be just getting into the flow around, and then I will have to stop, cut the yarn, reattach the new yarn. So it feels like all of the faffing at the beginning of each round for me and the method that I chose just made the project take like 3 times longer than it could have done. If I was going to make it again, I would probably make up 2 balls of like magic knotted yarn and knit them just crazy. This one I have done 1 one of the colours is, that's not it, I haven't got it. One of the colours is a skein of yarn that I dyed, this sort of like browns and pinks here. And then the colours are my advent calendar from a homespun house from 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm doing 1 stitch of my yarn and 1 stitch of homespun house yarn. And then every row I'm changing the homespun house yarn. So if I was going to do it again, what I would probably do is, I guess, either have one ball that was just a solid colour and then just make up a magic knot ball of like scraps. So I might end up with bigger chunks of the same colour, but there would be a lot less fiddling with ends of row. Like if I could just keep going round and round and round and round and round, then I think I would enjoy it. I would also, I think there's a pattern by Dragon Horde Yarn. It's called like My Adventure or the Adventure Sweater. I feel like adventure is in the name. And it's the same, from what I can see from the pattern, it's the same idea of like 1 stitch colour work, but it's in stripes. And I think I've seen a couple of other people do this the same way. They do it in stripes. And I could probably be tempted to do that as well, because I would be changing that other colour much less frequently. But I'm glad that I knit this. There's so many errors in it. The back looks a bit ugly, but I won't be able to see that. I did swap midway through. I swapped what method I was using for joining in the new yarn. I'd started to do helical. I think it was helical. So changing where I ended the row with the yarn so that it wasn't always changing in the same place, to avoid this like seam down the back. So you can see how it's like there's a seam down the back and then it's gone. And that's because I started just doing it every 5 stitches. I would move it. Every round I would move the end of the yarn. Every round I would move where I joined the new yarn along by like 5 stitches. So sometimes it's like more, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm glad that I persevered instead of just pulling it out. There was a number of times when I considered pulling it out, but I'm really excited to be able to wear it. I'm going to do short sleeves. I think my plan is I'm going to finish this ribbing today. Then I'm going to pick up both sleeves. I think I will have, I think I've got 2 sets of DPN ends for my circulars. So I'm going to pick up those and I'm going to pick like 5 colours, I think. I'm going to do 5 rounds, same colours, same colour order on both sleeves so that the sleeves match. And then I'm going to do a little bit of ribbing. I'm going for slightly longer in the ribbing on the bottom than the pattern calls for. I think it was like, you know, it's less than 10 rounds in the pattern. I'm going to go for like 10 or 15 rounds, or like maybe a couple of inches, just to give myself a little bit of extra length. And yeah, I think that's everything. Let's see if I can have this finished by next time. I will be so happy if this is finished by my next episode. So there we go. The solid colour that I'm using for the ribbing is another colour that was in the Homespun House Advent Calendar. So in the jumper, there are 23 of the 24 minis, and then the neckband is the extra colour, and it's barley, also Homespun House. And I bought a 50-gram skein because I didn't think I would have enough in the 20-gram mini to do everything that I needed to do. So it is slightly different, very, very slightly. Oh, you can barely tell actually. In the ball, in the little tiny ball, it looks way, way different. But actually, when I hold them like together, you can't tell. So yeah, but I think I will probably use the mini to do the sleeve ribbing. So because I'm going to have this left. And then I need to weigh my minis, but I've got quite a lot of mini left. Like this sweater does not eat up the yarn as quickly as I thought it was going to. I thought I would have been like eking out the minis and that extra skein at the end, and I just have not been. So I've got a lot of minis left to use and I don't know what to do with them. I'm thinking of starting a blanket for like minis leftovers, so, or like specifically for leftovers from Advents. But obviously that requires me to have leftovers from all of my Advents, which I don't necessarily have. So we'll see. I do have like a bag of a homespun house yarn, so I might just start up, because I was a Patreon subscriber for a while, so I got the mini skeins in the post. So I might just start a homespun house blanket and I've got a homespun house calendar from last year. Maybe I could just add that into it as well and just make it like a bit of a crazy blanket. I don't know, we'll see. So that's it for FOs and whips. I have some things to show you that I bought. Oh, actually, I'm going to talk about colouring, because I have been getting into cozy colouring. I bought this one yesterday because there is, well, not purely because of this page, but this page definitely helped. It's like a yarn shop. It's so cute. I really love these ones with the little animals. I have almost all of the set of those ones, and I'm dipping in and out. I haven't started that one yet. I haven't started that one yet either. I have started this one, so this is one that I'm particularly enjoying. Just need to finish off these letters, but I like that one. And I'm just playing. I'm really just enjoying playing. Oops. And I've got this one, which is not the same person, but it's still like cutesy things. This one is a bit more of like a practice book. I'm practicing different techniques, trying out different ideas. So like this one, I just coloured everything apart from this ghost. I coloured everything in sort of grey, and then I was going to go over the top with the colours because I wanted the ghosts to be really colourful. So, but I thought colouring in like around all of these little ghosties would be really hard. So I just coloured it all in grey. Not really happy with that decision, but that's what this one's for. This one is for practicing. I've been trying this technique where you make it look like you've put a sticker on the page. Learn why you need to put a thick piece of paper between your pages, particularly if you're using alcohol pens. I've tried this, like this is another technique that people do where you make it look like there's glitter. And then what was the other one? And then I've got a page that's just like got a couple of techniques. So yeah, I particularly like this where you do like a rainbow around the outside and then make it look sparkly. So I'm really, really enjoying that. Having a lot of fun with that. It's really relaxing to do. Yeah, and my boys have been, they like colouring. Aidan, my eldest, he likes colouring more so than Rory. But when he's like seen me sitting down doing my colouring, Aidan is like determined to do some at the same time. So he's just been working through his colouring book, colouring in his animals, and really enjoying it. Yeah, Rory hasn't necessarily got the focus to do it. He'll sit for a little bit and do it, and then he'll disappear off and do something else. So, but it's nice to have, Aidan particularly needs little calm activities, particularly in the evenings, to try and like get him ready for bed, and the colouring has been really nice. A really nice thing to share with him. This is going to be a long video. Right, something that I got a little while ago, and then I forgot to show you, this is from Kaylee at Home Tea Knits. She made these like adorable little scrap bags, and I just love the idea of sitting and just doing like slow sewing and putting these little patches on things. Just a really lovely little collection of interesting fabrics. I really like the idea of maybe having like a fabric scrap journal. There's a button and a little rose. She's knitted a little leaf. There's a nice big pin. Yeah, some really, really lovely fabrics. And I have got fabrics just like this. Like just little bits of fabric, and I think, yeah, like a scrapbook, a sewn scrapbook would just be really lovely. So that was fun. Kaylee often puts together these little fun things. She also did like a Valentine's Day box, which I also got, which I enjoyed. It had like journaly bits in, and just some nice little, I should have brought that as well. It had like a little needle holder that looks like a little love letter. It was lovely. So really, really love those things. And then the other big thing that I got recently was my haul from East Anglia Yarn Festival. I'm not going to go through everything because I have got a vlog that goes through everything, so I'll link that. But I just wanted to show you the yarn that I bought, because I know not everybody wants to go and watch a whole vlog haul video, but if you want to see like all the bits that I got the podcaster tote bag. That's what this is. So I wasn't like affiliated with East Anglia Yarn Festival, but I was an official podcaster, and they did like a limited number of goodie bags, and I was lucky enough to get one. So if you want to see all of the like lovely things that I got in that, then go and watch the haul. Then go and watch the vlog. But I'm going to show you the things I bought. Just make sure that I get the right things. Okay, I think that's everything that I bought. I think everything else was a gift. So, first thing, starting off with stitch marker from Hannah at Chromatic Yarns. This lovely little black cat with green eyes. I love that. Looking forward to putting that on a project. Like there's things here that I want to cast on, so I have been good and waited so that I could show you, and things I wanted to use. I got this great notions pouch. I might do a little short of what I'm going to keep in this, because I really love this. Apparently originally they were like glasses cases, and then they were just like, you know what, that would be a great project bag. It's got a carabiner, which is also fantastic. And then from the same place, which is Lake and Thread Homemade, is this project bag, which is good for like walking around and knitting. So I think I'm going to move some socks into here maybe, so you can hook it over your arm, or you could clip it to your belt or to your bag. Sorry, I'm moving that really fast. So another carabiner. You can clip it to your belt or your bag. I think there's lots of uses for these. This is another one that she said that originally they were peg bags, so you could hook them over and then they stand open and get your pegs out. And again, she was at a craft show and somebody said, I could use that for my knitting. And there you go. A new thing is born. I am a sucker for interesting shaped project bags. So there's that one. And then the yarn. Last year, as you will know if you have been watching me, last year I was not buying yarn. I allowed myself to buy yarn at East Anglia Yarn Festival because I had a specific plan of things that I wanted to get and projects I wanted to make with them. This year, I had no plan, and I'm not on a no-buy yarn year this year. But I think the benefit of having not bought yarn last year was that I did use my stash. I finished up a lot of projects that I had on the go, and I realised that it's actually really easy to just make a slight change to my purchasing habits to actually make the yarn that I buy a lot more usable. So I didn't buy any single skeins unless they were for a specific single skein project. Whereas usually I would have bought single skeins from loads of different shops and then just had loads of single skeins of yarn that I wasn't necessarily intending to use for anything. So this is what I got. It's still quite the haul. I have vague plans for pretty much everything. This one from Beccy Yarns, might be saying that wrong. 3 skeins of blue from the bargain bin. So I think they're slightly different, but I'm going to do like a stripy, fadey type thing. For Aidan, he would like a jumper like Rory's. I'm hoping that 3 skeins is going to be enough. So that, then I got some stripy sock yarn because Rory requested rainbow stripe yarn and red is his favourite colour, so I got a red mini skein to go with it. That's from Madrigal Yarns. I've seen them at a few yarn festivals and like on Instagram and stuff and wanted to get some, so I allowed myself to get them. Then the only thing that was like I'm buying one of these and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it was from Knotted by Niche, and that is some of the beautiful, lovely, scrumptious brushed merino in Spring Fling. It is so soft. I haven't actually rubbed it on my face yet, and that's saying something because normally that's the first thing I do. Just like rub it all over myself. It's not tickly or scratchy, it just feels soft and fluffy and lovely. And the colours are absolutely beautiful. So this one, yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. I'm going to hold it with something else and make something deliciously floofy. So that was that one. I was like, honestly, with this one, I've just been feeling really like I was missing out because so many people had like brushed merino. So I decided it was my turn. Sorry if you can hear Milo. He's fighting asleep, I guess, or I don't know, is just expressing his opinions. He's with Andrew. He's not just on his own. Then this is actually the first thing I bought, I think. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe it's one of the later things I bought. From Green Lambkin Yarns in the boucle 4-ply, I think. Betwixt, the base is called Betwixt. The colourway is Peas Blossom. Beautiful yellows, pinks. I have not knit with boucle for quite a while, and I don't have a specific plan for this one, but I think it's probably going to be some sort of light floaty t-shirt type thing. I was like umming and ahhing about that. I think that's probably what it's going to be. Something that I can slip over like a vest top or something like that in the summer. Yeah. And then, last but certainly not least, I picked up these 3 beautiful skeins from Yew Tree Yarn Craft. These 2 are superwash merino and nylon. This one is called Send in the Clowns and this one is called Fudge. It's 4-ply. And then this one is on the Yak superwash merino nylon base and is called A Hobbit's Life. So, I mean, That was like never, I think I said this in the other video, I was never not going to bring this one home because I love The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so really love the colours in that. And this yarn is the yarn that has inspired me to design a shawl, because I kind of know what I want, but I don't think I've seen it anywhere, so we'll see. I'm going to give it a certain time limit, and if I don't design a shawl that I'm happy with in that time limit, I'm going to look for something else to make with them, because I do not want them to just sit on the shelf because I plan to design a shawl. So we'll see. We'll see how we go with that. And that's it. That was my haul. Those are the things I have bought recently. That is all of my knitting. Yeah. It's been a really productive month. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's the end of March already. That just seems crazy. But then I have been quite productive, gotten a lot of knitting done. I have managed to get a few videos up this month, which feels really good. So, yeah, I will leave links to my most recent videos down below. I think I've got in the past like 2 weeks, I think I've put out 3 or 4 videos. It's definitely not going to stay at that like frequency, but I am definitely feeling more creative again, sort of video making wise. So hopefully long may it continue that I feel inspired to make videos. So that is it for this video. Links to everything that you need are in the description box down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.